Greetings and welcome. I am Justavor, bringing you what I hope is constructive information on what the system of racism is, how it works, and what can be done to replace it with the system of justice. Suspected racist woman says that black people have the power. This begs the question, in a global system of white supremacy, who has the power? Please be aware that this video contains profanity. Let's have a look and a listen.
Y'all single-handedly own the power and you can't even see it. They know that y'all single-handedly hold the cards to all of this shit in this nation. God, please just wake up and see what kind of control you actually have. If you really want to get technical, y'all are the ones that can save this country. Because the minute that y'all actually see through their bullshit is when they lose their wealth. Talk about white privilege. They will lose their wealth. They bank on y'all. They bank on y'all remaining stagnant with their bullshit. I can't wait to see this shit unfold, because I'm going to tell you, there's one by one, they waking up. Y'all better get ready. One by one, they're waking up to rich man's bullshit. And they're seeing, and they're standing their ground. And once they lose the black vote, it's on like a Donkey Kong.
I suspect that this woman is practicing racism by deceiving non-white people about who actually has the power. There are a few things that she says that do not seem to line up with the reality of the global system of white supremacy black people are facing.
They know that y'all single-handedly hold the cards to all of this shit in this nation.
Who are they?
Talk about white privilege. They will lose their wealth.
What creates white privilege? Is it not white power? Would it be more accurate and less confusing to simply say white power instead of white privilege?
They bank on y'all remaining stagnant with their bullshit.
Have black people been stagnant when it comes to the system of white supremacy? Was she not on the planet Earth in 2020 when the protests and riots over the killings of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor were happening? What about all the efforts non-white people have been making since 2020 and before 2020 to bring about a system of justice? Is this white lady ignorant about racism? She seems to be in the know about how things work. This power that she speaks of, that black people just don't see that they have. Why not make it plain and just tell us what this power is and what needs to be done? Listening to this video, it is apparent that this suspected racist is speaking about black people voting in the United States elections. It seems that she's saying that black people are holding all the cards when it comes to making determinations about who will be elected into office. White people don't have any power over elections, according to her.
One by one, they waking up. Y'all better get ready. One by one, they're waking up to rich man's bullshit.
While she is talking to the so-called black community, she says that one by one, they're waking up to rich man's BS. Not white man's BS, not white people's BS. Again, we have a suspect who is acting as if they are letting non-white people in on some sort of secret, as if she's some sort of ally, a good white person. And then she turns around and talks about rich man. The old claim that it's not about race, it's about wealth and money. If that were true, why have studies shown that black people, no matter their tax bracket, experience mistreatment at the hands of suspected racists? Harriet A. Washington's Medical Apartheid mentions studies showing that black people, from impoverished to the super wealthy, experience worse medical care than their white counterparts in the same tax bracket or possessing the same amount of wealth. Not to mention that when we see overt racists calling the cops on black people, brutalizing and or killing black people, it tends to be the average non-rich white person doing the mistreating. But this video seems to be about black people leaving the Democratic Party and taking their votes elsewhere. I'm not here to tell black people to vote or not vote, or who to vote for or not vote for. VGQ. I suggest doing whatever your counter-racist code determines is the most constructive thing to do to end the system of white supremacy and produce a system of justice. My concern with this video is that suspects like this that are able to easily convince non-white people that we have white allies or white friends who have our collective backs, when the truth is, no matter how friendly those who classify themselves as white have appeared to be, the system of white supremacy, racism, has been maintained. It continues. It's not over. It has not ended. It's gotten to the point that many victims of racism are convinced that nothing can be done to end the system of racism. And I have heard many alleged white allies state the same. But counter-racist logic dictates that a system created by people can be destroyed by people. She says,
once they lose the black vote, it's on like a Donkey Kong.
Could you be more specific? What will be on? What exactly do you expect to happen when they lose the black vote, whoever they are? How do you expect white people to behave? From my perspective, it's been on. Racism is war. It's been on for a long time. According to the code, the primary tactics racists use to maintain the system of white supremacy are violence, deception, and confusion. After watching this video and looking for constructive information from this white woman, I am confused. The code book suggests that the correct way to end white supremacy racism is 1. That non-white people put to use the United Independent Compensatory Code System concept, and 2. That white people doing everything that is necessary to produce the quality relationship requirements in regard to non-white people at all times, in all places, in all areas of activity, economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. Quality relationships, according to the code, are described as a total absence of pretense, dishonesty, deception, falsehood, etc. in regards to everything that people say and do in all their interactions with each other in every area of activity, and that all these activities produce a constructive result. Is that what we are getting from this suspected racist? Is what she doing in this video meeting the quality relationship requirements as defined by the code? What does it mean to be white in a system of white supremacy? What do white people talk about when no non-white people are around? What are your thoughts on what this suspected racist is doing in this video? Feel free to leave your questions, comments, or concerns. For more information about the purpose and goals of this channel, as well as some basic definitions of words and terms we use in reference to our work, I have included a link below to a video containing this information. If you would like an even better understanding of the code and how it works, please visit producejustice.com to order the United Independent Compensatory Code System concept by Mr. Neely Fuller Jr. There are many constructive suggestions for ending the system of white supremacy, and Mr. Fuller's code book and its word guide act as guides to getting and keeping on code. If you feel this content is constructive and worth your time and energy, please subscribe to support the making of more content in the future. I am Justavor, and I am still learning. Thank you for watching. Until next time.
Let me say something that gets to the very crux of the matter, and this may be offensive for some to hear who are not on the side that we're on. White people, we have been the problem for 400 years.
Say that again.
Let me say it one more time for those of you who didn't hear me. White people, we have been the problem for 400 years.